On September 11th, dust comes to us. It hurts when fire and dust come to us. Tumbleweeds blowing in the dust, old dust, Crusaders' dust, Saladin's dust, Allenby's dust come to us. Dust from the desert, it hurts us. New Amsterdam dust, Kabul dust, Alexander's dust, it hurts us when it comes to us. There is only one truth. This dust comes home to us. It hurts. Desert dust, Saharan dust, Bactrian dust, Arabian dust, Roman dust, holy dust come home to us, and it hurts us. Desert dust. Tumbleweeds, dust in Manhattan. There's plenty of pain to go around, plenty of dust. Justice, that's the dust. Burning dust, come to us. Stop the killing, there's plenty of dust. Faces white with dust, tumbleweeds from Central Asia. There is only one truth, there is only one God, that choking dust. It hurts us. Tumbling dust, fire and dust, ghostly dust, the great Buddhas blown to dust, blown to us. My truth, not your truth, choking dust, come to us. It hurts us. Tumbleweed dust in the streets of Manhattan. Storm's coming through. Laura away. Decided I'd spend the day writing poems. Started off caulking a vent in the barn where rain was leaking, pooling on the floor of the library. A trip to town in the truck, hardware store, all well there. Then changed a light in the tool shed, stuff there way messy, but we'll have to wait for warmer weather. Then, at the house, took apart some electronics, disc changer, tried to fix it, couldn't. Jerry-rigged some cables so that I could listen to recorded music. John Coltrane. Split kindling, brought in wood from the cords stacked and covered outside, built a fire, brewed some coffee, these beans from Central America. Or was it the Indies? Don't know. Made me think of our very dangerous national leader. Then kneaded my bread dough, set it aside to rise. Started chopping vegetables for a stew, frying the onions and garlic. I like to clean my pans as I go, just a personal aesthetic. I got the thyme and herbs collected before the rain really opened wide. I could see the sheets waving up the canyon. I added wine to the stew, slipped a spot for the cook. Laura came home just after dark. House was warm, fire burning, food smells, the bread cooling. Aaron Copland playing now. "Darlin'," I said, "welcome to paradise." And that was pretty much my day. As the world burns, the old masters, we hear, avoided challenging the status quo, as they also avoided contact with women and refrained from social activism. Considering the crimes of history, the Buddha wondered what to do. Thus, we sit, pursuing personal self-cultivation, serenity as proof of some transcendental virtue. In the great kalpa fire, when all is consumed, is it consumed as well? Sit with this. Outside, the peasants pass buckets, hand to hand. How the market is not like a tropical forest. When layers of leaves, high canopy, mid-level broads and fans, short shrubs below, where herbs beneath them and moss on the floor catch light. Fungi in the soil recycle it all back to the top. Every conceivable niche is filled or overfilled. Divinely superfluous beauty. In the market, everyone targets the center. It levels to a three-body problem with strange attractors looping in useless eddies. Work is taxed, capital let free to accumulate and be skimmed off. More like an overgrazed pasture where each generation of forb is poorer than the last. It's an act of conjuring. The only real product is money, from money. The invisible hand is in your pocket. Well, a couple poems here at this lovely occasion. The goldfinch is singing for the bad Buddhas. It's called for the bad Buddhas. Serenely free, unbound by rules, they pick and choose, or choose and pick, and then take what comes. Just don't think this means that all is permitted. Manifesting true nature, their compassion is crazy wisdom. To save beings from delusion, they delude themselves and meditate backwards, wearing masks and talking to trees. Drinking poison, they vomit up their confusions and bless the world. They sing and dance to turn the wheel of the law. And that was never recorded, and there's good reason for that. So we have a little strange loop here, because this is called gifting. I think it well we don't record our magic sessions. The amazing new riffs, the accidentally brilliant chords, the hip thrusts and dance, our eloquence or gibberish, it be our gift back to the source, to the spirits who give us song, and exchange our gratitude.
You're right, I was there.
Right, it was. You were there. Good. Well, let me read a couple more while I'm going
While
here.
you're at it.
While I'm at it,
Keeps going,
you bet. The branches that scream in the fire. We started the fire with the driest wood and a cup of diesel. Threw on green branches all day as we cut. Live oak, black oak, toyon, manzanita. Some wood whispers, some branches scream. One man who had lived on a beach in Alaska said, like crabs dropped in a pot. You have to have heard that. Another man who composed electronic music said, like the discharge of a capacitor. It's hyperbolic, denominating time, said a man who knew math. It's La Llorona, said the man in a cap, weeping for her children. It's the wind from the South Fork, trapped in the wood, said another. It's the summer sun that the leaves will never feel, said a woman sharpening her saw on the tailgate. It's just bubbles of steam, said a man who was just smart. No, it's for you, said the woman, a message, sisterhood, and the pain of loss. A man who had had too much schooling said, it's the song of the dryads calling for Pan to return. El Diablo, muttered another, pitchforking a mass of brambles onto the fire. Giordano Bruno singing in the flames. A shower of burning cinders swirled and fell around us. One man yelped, a burn on his neck. It's like the death of hope, said the one with a taste for pathos. No, the bald man answered, when hope dies, you don't know until later. The leaves on a large branch all caught at once, heat moving us back. We restarted our saws. Heritage. The power out again, trees down. I'm reminded of my blessings. Wood stove, the smell of cedar, splitting around. Memories of older times. Not simpler, just different tasks. Fire pit, mammoth bone huts, sewing. How did we ever learn to live so far north? All the big work done. Fire, language, dancing, tools, stories, how to behave, being truthful, sharing, respect, all long, long before kings, philosophers, ethics. What do you think, Hokubo?
What's the line? One more time, this time with feeling?
You're really bad. Reborn a Fox. And this, he did a great job here. Like, there's these lines, there's a line, and what's with that tale? I'll tell. What's the English? And he got it. Und was es auf sich hat mit dieser Route, soll ich nie raten. Route, raten. Different words in German, but he picked up that there was that sound play. So that's why I say the translation seems really brilliant to me. Ulysses' mind climbed the tree to the bird feeder, ate the suet, and what's with that tail? I'll tell. A dried vertebra left mid-road. Next day, found a glove, moved 20 feet. Then a sock set on a stump. Hungry stork, mad hen house, 1,000, 100,000 playful lives. You're gonna have chimes.
Seriously, yeah. Good.
Okay.
We'll take it.
Okay.
When you say Ulysses' mind on the tree, what does it mean?
The mind of Ulysses.
As an explorer mind?
Yeah, actually, there's a quote by Whitehead where the Greeks had two ideas of images of reason. Ulysses, well, I can't remember it, but one like Plato, I don't know, shares it with, well, anyway, but with Ulysses shares it with the foxes.
Hmm.
He's often kind of, you see him like with fox ears.
Hmm.
Ghost dance, Geistertanz. Long lines of men and women, children in hand, arms full of parcels and bags, the roads jammed, cars parked and abandoned, a fine orange dust rising, fire in the hills. Smoke seeps from books and earth cracks. One woman read aloud. People wiped their eyes, seeking some last mythic oasis. A desperate fish leapt from the sea and, like a letter from a lover, brought hope. Ashes rained and twirled, machines churned up brakes, clang of steel, cathedral chant, dust of stones, robot hum, soldiers crowded in the surf, fire ants on the move. What's about us? Consciousness explained.
Go for it, baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone can do it, you can do it.
Consciousness explained. Having a nightmare, I must have been moaning or whimpering. My cat woke me up by licking my arm. Realized that I did the same for her, just not using my tongue. Do lizards dream? I think I heard that, but it's hard to tell just watching. A blue-bellied fence swift briefly closes its eyes while warming on a rock in the sun. All God's chillins.
That about explains it.
Medicine. As dreams are the healing songs from the wilderness of our unconscious, so wild animals, wild plants, wild landscapes are the healing dreams from the deep singing mind of the earth.
Could you read that again, please?
Genauso wie Trauma heilige Sange sind. As dreams are the healing songs from the wilderness of our unconscious, so wild animals, wild plants, wild landscapes are the healing dreams from the deep singing mind of the earth. Sunset. Crescent moon called Shiva. In a band of thin pink clouds. Below that, 3 shades of pale blue, then 3 shades of ivory and ecru, then orange glowing, then the black horizon. Got fired from a job for moon gazing once. Got a wife now, says, okay. Okay, I'm going to read one more here, Jacob.
Okay.
Okay, the camp.
What's the woodpecker? The small black and white one. Saw it out. It's behind the tree.
A small one?
Small like this, or not the clown face with the red hat?
No red hat.
Oh, that's the,
Downy?
I don't think, are you sure it's a
Way up
woodpecker?
there.
Does it go up or
No, that's a
down?
redheaded one up there.
Oh yeah, okay. So, yeah, it's got some red on it. It's mostly the acorns that come.
That's the acorn one. But this morning there was one that was
Little tiny guy?
Well, there's,
sitting on that thing.
yeah, there's also the little guy that goes up and down. White-breasted nuthatch.
Okay, just doing this
They go. One goes up and
Yes, yes,
one goes
exactly.
down.
Exactly.
Does a female red-headed woodpecker have a redhead, or is it differentiated?
I think they both have
They
red
both
hair.
have red. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
We had
And-
one knocked himself out on the window a couple of years ago and was laying there on the. So Dale picked him up and held him until.
Oh man, finally came to, and talk about an encounter with a wild consciousness. Just
what was it? Say it again.
an encounter with a wild consciousness. This big, huge woodpecker in my hands coming to,
How close to you?
staring at me.
You come close?
Huh?
Come close?
Well,
I had it in my
we were
hand.
holding it because it had knocked
It had
itself
knocked
out
itself out, so I went and picked it up.
and kept it warm until it
Yeah.
Oh, those are nice
awoke.
effects. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
It didn't cut me an inch. Not an
No
inch.
thanks there, right?
Exactly.
Yes, no, thank you very much.
I'll be passing on now.
So he flew off from your hand, or
Oh, yeah.
just like that?
Yeah. Well, once I was sure it was awake, I just went like that. And
See ya.
Oh my God, God is a white guy with a beard.
the camp at Bitter Springs Canyon. Thousands of black flies have hatched, narrow-bodied, sleek even, swarming but not biting. It's going to rain. Why is that man setting fires? He wants to bring the rain. Why is he burning his notebooks? Why isn't he with the others? He's bitter. He's foolish. He'll die in his own fire. He feels betrayed. He knows he's on the losing side. He's looking for power. Maybe he thinks the fire will bring him luck. Maybe he's a bad man. He's wearing a mask. The flies have begun to bite. What if the fire gets out of control? The duff is on fire. The pine needles are burning. A wind may spring up. I don't think that woman is his wife. He's learning to throw knives. Why doesn't he just buy a gun? He's bleeding. Is it bad? No, better leave him alone. Maybe he wants to go back to prison. The police have his name. He's fucking that woman. Look, right now. They say he's guilty. The newspapers do. He needs food. He shouldn't have left his wife. It feels muggy. It's clouded over. It's going to rain. He did it. The drops are hissing on the coals. He didn't quit. He came through. Yeah, thank you.
Nice collection.
Isn't that a nice collection? Yeah,
Awesome.
great, thank you.